Boker Tov, good morning. We continue with our 3-minute daily dose of Torah. Once more from Yerushalayim. I'll be here through Motzei Shabbat and heading back to return to on Sunday morning. So the Torah describes the movement of the Machaneh, of the encampment of Israel from Mount Sinai. They've been in Mount Sinai for a long time. And it reads, Vayisu mehar Hashem derech shloshet yamim. They journeyed from the mountain of God 3 days' journey. V'aron brit Hashem noseh lefneihem derech shloshet yamim u'tolim menucha. And the Aron went ahead of them to try to seek out a place for them to rest. The Midrash is interested in knowing what this means, that they journeyed 3 days. And what's Hashem's role in all of that. But what's clear is that right after this description, that's when the discussion of the complaints begins. The mitonanim, and then complaining about the man. And it's really hard to understand, what connects to that. So I gave one rendering yesterday about mitonanim, hitavu ta'ava, what it means to just be to be looking for something to have a passion about. But here I want to give you a different rendering, which really relates to this journey. And there's a discussion about the 3 days journey. Was it that they journeyed straight for 3 days without really resting? Or was it that they journeyed 3 days worth of a journey in 1 day? So they were really pushing hard forward. And what happens then? What happens is that the people start to complain. This is too much. This is too hard. Why are you pushing us? And you look at this and you say, oh my God, is that really what's happening here? And this is really Moshe's heart-wrenching return to Hashem about the complainants after the complaints about the man. Because Moshe has just given this grand vision that we are marching to Eretz Yisrael, everyone. He tells his Chovav, his father-in-law, we're marching, come with us. And for him, we're heading towards something great here. And you know what you do when that's going to happen? You push yourself harder. And if you walk 3 days journey in 1 day because you're pushing that way, that's because of the excitement that you're about to enter Eretz Yisrael. And yet the people aren't with him on that, and that is just heartbreaking. They're still caught up in the unpleasantries of life, and what it means to walk fast instead of what it means to walk towards something, to march towards something. And marching towards something is going to be full of hardships, but hardship with a goal is something that you live with inspiration, and they're missing it. And that's a really hard thing. That's what leads ultimately to the next parasha about Parshat Shalach with the Meraglim and what this seems not to work. And the disconnect between Moshe's grand vision and where the people are is just a tragedy. My friends, we should understand. Thank God, here I am on a porch in an apartment in Yerushalayim, at a friend's apartment. An Israeli flag flies there, which is so lovely to have, and just the trees all around and the birds chirping. And to know that this is still a march. It's still a march, and it's an arduous march. It's an arduous march with lots of pitfalls, and we have to press ourselves. But still to have a grand vision, that is something that we need, because if you don't have it, then indeed this is overwhelming. But if you have a sense of what it is that you're marching towards, then it is something great. It is something that you will bear and carry and work through because you understand what is on the other side. So this is a little daily dose of Torah, and it's also a bit of a reflection here as I'm trying to process. I'm still processing a lot of which I experience, and we'll hopefully share some of that even tomorrow, and then in the days ahead as well, as we continue our march. Continue our march indeed. Have a great day.